Morning, and welcome to the Royal Norfolk vlog. We are heading off today for a 3.5-hour drive. So we have factored in a McDonald's lunch pit stop so I can get Dublin some water and hopefully get her off for a quick leg stretch. But we're not completed till Thursday. It seems mental going 3.5 hours for a class. However, when you do concours, it's very difficult to find classes, and then to find one at a county show is even harder. Doing a county show this year was one of my aims because she's getting older. I want to make all the memories, so I'm driving 3.5 hours for it. But I've got some friends going, and that's why we've paid for a stable, and it's probably cost me about £100 for a class, and that's without fuel, so let's not even address that again. However, trailer is packed, car is packed, so let's get going. I'm going to bath her this morning, and then we're going to head straight off. So that is everything in the trailer and ready to go. Our duvet, I've grabbed our pillows from the bed, and then my concourse dress and everything's at the back. Gallop and Glory bag's got all my stuff and our food. So off to the stables. So I didn't film me bathing. We've seen it a million times and we just kind of wanted to get on the road. So one clean, happy horse, all fed, all watered, booted up, and it was time to head off. Although, being early in the morning, I forgot I need to put her safety hair collar on because I was not travelling her in anything else. 3 hours with Brad in the car. It wasn't actually as bad as I thought. We did survive to get there with only the one argument when we pulled up, but I absolutely loved having this camera. Just being able to keep an eye on her was great. But an hour and a half into our journey, we stopped at a lorry stop. I popped her some water, opened all the windows even more because they kind of blow shut as we're driving, which isn't great. I took her rug off because she's dry now and was quite warm. And she's a happy girlie. I couldn't get her off because we're surrounded by lorries. But we grabbed some McDonald's and we sat in the boot to enjoy it. It wasn't long until we arrived. I think it's actually about 4 hours in total. And I forgot my phone when I settled her into her stable, but she obviously had a hood on to stay clean. I popped her in the stable. There was loads of grass, so I just left her with a water bucket and to eat down the grass basically while we went for a mooch. One of the good things about these county shows is that obviously your stable fee and everything gets you into the show, and with Brad coming with me, which is his first stay away show or maybe a second, it kind of means I can tempt him with tractors. And we did meet up with Leanne and Ruby. You'd have seen them in my Royal Windsor vlog, and we basically just had a little mooch round together, went to the beer tent and just enjoyed the show. One of Brad's favourite things was watching the parachute guys. Really terrible of me not to actually know where they were from. There's some sort of RAF guys, but they were really cool, parachuting in. Whee! There we go. Yeah, that was a really good giggle. And of course, off to the equestrian shopping zone, bumped into Premier Performance, who very kindly saved the day by gifting me some Carmen cookies because I didn't have any. And then we popped over to E-Glove to go and say hello because I absolutely love these, and obviously we worked with James at the content weekend. Popped back to sort out Queen Bee here, gave her some dinner. She'd eaten all of her grass down, practically bare, so it was time to get her bedded down, top up her water, top up her haylage, and then I actually left her while we went back for our dinner. And Brad cooked up an absolute storm. We just did one of those chicken wraps again. We're totally addicted to those chicken wraps. But hey, I got to sit down and have a drink while Brad was King Chefo. So this is Brad's first stay away in the trailer. He did do a stay away before, but he slept in the car whilst I slept in my old horse box. But this was our view. The sun was absolutely lovely. And yeah, we've had the chicken wraps again because we're addicted to those. This is our cute neighbour. And what's even cuter is his name was Lollipop. Like, what? How adorable. Brad then informed me that he in fact was not going to sleep in bunk beds. He's not about that life. So he took the bunk bed mattresses out and made a bed in the back of the car, which, I'll give it to him, was actually really comfortable. But look at the state of the trailer. Like, oh, so annoying. Then it was off to do one of my favourite pastimes, poured ourselves a drink, grabbed the pony, and basically I take her for a walk, and it looks like I'm taking her for a leg stretch, but what I'm actually doing is spying on everyone's really lovely lorries. I love looking at the really expensive horse boxes. You know, some of these guys have got washing machines, built-in barbecues, built-in speakers. Like, they're just incredible, and I know they live in them for like 6 months of the year, so that's why they're like that. But yeah, and Dublin just, well, She's Dublin. She just loves doing anything that you do. That walk was cut short though because Brad wanted to get back to watch Love Island. Yes, I did say that correctly. Brad watches Love Island. But you know what? It was actually really nice just to sit down. We've had such a hectic week already and it was only Wednesday by this point. So yeah, it was nice. And then it was time for night checks. And I absolutely love coming to see her. It's lovely having her nice and close. And thankfully, got my Equilight. Now, yes, it's the middle of summer, but this is so much more comfortable than a average headlight, like a head torch thing that you wear. It's just comfy. I like it. I'll leave a code below because I can get you 10% off. And no one likes paying full price for anything in the minute, so you're welcome.
So what's happening here is Katie's using a light to make light in the stable, which is what any normal person would do. Dublin is dressed like a Power Ranger. Can we point at the Power Ranger, please? Power Ranger. She's the blue Power Ranger, or could be like Squirtle. Or what was after Squirtle? Blastoise. She's like a Blastoise.
Anyway, Brad keeping himself entertained. I pulled all of her bed back, just skipped her out, got her all sorted, and then it was time to say good night. Well, someone at 6 a.m. decided to turn their generator on and right next door to us, so I grabbed Dublin's breakfast, went off to feed her, took her for a little leg stretch and a little mooch, and then it was time to come back, put our own breakfast on. We had some bacon sandwiches. Oh my god, I've never had bacon sandwiches at shows, but bringing Brad is like the best thing ever because he just cooks. And then I did actually think that it was probably a good idea to go and give Premier Performance and E-Glove a hot drink because they had no facilities and obviously they were so good to me yesterday. So we delivered some hot chocolates because I didn't actually have like tea or coffee to take down there. And then mooched on down to watch my friend Leanne. So we obviously saw her yesterday. She wasn't competing, but she was bringing back with Pippin today. She was doing the veteran class. I didn't do the veteran in hand because Dublin doesn't go very well. And I didn't do the ridden because it clashed with the concours. But it was lovely to see who was in the ring and, of course, to see Leanne. But like everything with these shows, time flies by and it was time to come back, get Dublin done. She did have a bit of a pooey bottom from her night away. I think the haylage was a little bit different and it just kind of, well, it went straight through her. So washed that off, but she did manage to stay relatively clean. Chucked a few plaits in. There we go. Look at that. Ta-da. If only it was that quick. And yeah, she didn't really need loads doing, so I thought I'll get myself ready because the class, of course, is all about overall elegance and sort of beauty and all that malarkey. So I did myself a full face of makeup and then put about 6 tons of gel in my hair just to get it in. I think it had 4 hairbands, 3 hair nets, half bottle of gel, pins, and then my hat. So she wears all her normal showing stuff. However, this time I am putting my VIP pad on. I don't normally do showing in my VIP pad purely because it sticks out under the saddlecloth, but my dress here is going to hide it. So I've popped it on and then it's just basically the normal saddle. No change really. I didn't film putting my skirt on. There is a video, I'll link it below, about how you get on in a concours dress, kind of revealing the secrets really. I don't know how I didn't film it at this event, but I didn't. Anyway, polishing up her feet, just popped a little bit of shine spray on her neck, face kind of area. I don't need to do too much to her like back end because like I said, the skirt's just going to cover it. So you kind of get away with it. You're not got to do loads. It's great. And there we have it, ready to go. So at this point she had had 2 of the Premier Performance calming cookies. It was working, she seemed pretty relaxed, but then we got up towards our arena and I discovered that she'd never seen donkeys. Now, she's 22 years old, how she'd never really seen a donkey, but she'd never seen donkeys and she just went mental. So I went into the arena and just got on with it, started walking her, trotting her on, just getting on, working her, trying to distract her. She did go really, really nicely, but then when I went back out to the arena, she just flipped again, so I did give her 2 more calming cookies. Luckily, our go around here in the class, they did do all of it in walk. So that's really good. The good thing about concours, if it is being judged by a Concours d'Elegance Society of Great Britain judge, they know that cantering is not mandatory. It's always a choice. So they'll never canter you as a group. Most of the time, you'll only do a walk and trot go around, and then in your individual canter is optional. But in this case, they did just walk us round. I've left this clip in because I thought you'd probably quite like to see all the different costumes. So we were all lined up and then called out individually to do our own little individual showpiece. The judge was lovely. She was so sweet. She just asked me about my dress, had a look at the stitching, had a look at the weighting in the skirt, just asked questions about kind of its era, who made it, and then we just said, or she just said even, just a short little show because there was plenty of people in that class, and like I said, cantering was optional. So because she was being so calm, I said to myself, I'll see how we go in trot. I was going to come out and then trot across diagonals so the judge can see the dress moving in trot. And then I thought, well, if she's behaving and not being too sprightly, I will let her have a little canter because it does look good in canter, this dress. So I trotted across, and normally this is where she'd start to anticipate, and she didn't. So I thought, you know what, go on then, let's have a little canter. It wasn't the nicest transition, but then afterwards she settled pretty quickly, and I thought I'll just come up here, go back to trot, and I did think that she really would anticipate if I then went across diagonal again and sort of went trot round. So I actually just trotted back to my judge. You don't need to be doing everything on each reigning concours. You're just showing off the elegance of the dress, the overall picture of your outfit and your horse. So you really can just do something as simple as that. And I was absolutely over the moon with her. She was just chill. She was just back to the normal self before all the haylage debacle. So I was absolutely over the moon.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Glaven Ring we have the results of Class 63, the Concours d'Elegance for the ridden class. We thank Lady Tyra Raza for her judging here. And in first place, number 234, it's Miss Katie Lewis on Dublin Luss.
Go on.
In second.
Buzzy, mate, thank you. Cheers, mate, thank you. Happy days. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And so leading these beautiful horses with their beautiful riders out on Class 63, it's our winner, number 234, Miss Katie Lewis, riding Dublin Lass.
Oh my god, I was so over the moon, and Brad getting that trophy given to him was probably the best thing ever. But yes, look at that, my baby has had her first ever county show win, and that deserves all the treats in the box, endless amounts, as many as you want. I was just absolutely chuffed to bits with her, made that long drive all worth it, and she just felt like she really enjoyed herself, and that's all that matters. So I'm just absolutely 100% over the moon. Just, yeah, it makes all of it worthwhile, doesn't it? And with her getting a little bit older now, watch me get all nostalgic, but yeah, I'm just very happy. So that is the Queen back in her own stable. She's got a really big bed. I'm gonna leave her in tonight because it is raining cats and dogs. It's horrible. And I think she's quite tired. It only took us about 3 hours to get back, but it took us 4 hours to get there. I've had the best time. I'm so over the moon with her. I'm just so I can't even say it. I'm so pleased that she behaved and the Kami cookies were the way forward. She's just feeling amazing. And yes, I'm so excited. Thank you for watching and we will see you next time. Bye.